Hello and welcome to this video about the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, one of the worst environmental disasters in history. On April the 20th, 2010, an explosion on an offshore drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico caused a massive oil leak that lasted for 152 days and released about 4.9 million barrels of oil into the ocean. The spill affected millions of people and animals, and had lasting impacts on the environment and the economy of the region. In this video, we will explore the causes, consequences, and responses to this tragic event. Environmental impact of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. In the aftermath of the Deepwater Horizon explosion, 11 lives were tragically lost, leaving families devastated and a nation in mourning. Beyond this immediate human toll, the Gulf of Mexico faced a catastrophic environmental onslaught. The marine ecosystem was under siege, with countless birds, fish, and mammals, including dolphins and turtles, being killed or severely harmed by the spill. Coastal habitats, from sandy beaches to marshlands, became coated with oil, disrupting their natural ecological balance. The local fishing industry suffered immensely, with contamination affecting seafood safety and depleting fish stocks. Additionally, health implications for Gulf residents, such as respiratory problems and skin irritations, became a significant concern due to their exposure to both the oil and chemicals used in the cleanup efforts. Regulatory response to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. After the spill, swift actions were taken to prevent another disaster, leading to a thorough investigation of existing safety and environmental measures. Immediately, the federal government halted drilling operations in the Gulf to reassess the situation. By April 27, 2010, Secretary of the Interior Ken Salazar and Secretary of Homeland Security Janet Napolitano launched a joint probe into the incident. Meanwhile, the Minerals Management Service, or MMS, froze all drilling permits, ensuring a complete 30-day safety review. On May 30, 2010, as an outcome of the review, Salazar imposed a 6-month moratorium on deepwater drilling for operations deeper than 500 feet. The MMS, then in charge of offshore development oversight, underwent a transformation. It first transitioned to an interim entity, the Bureau of Energy Management, Regulation, and Enforcement, or BOEM, and later split into 3 distinct departments over the next year and a half. In addition, President Obama commissioned a detailed assessment of the disaster's causes and potential future reforms, forming the National Commission on the BP Deepwater Horizon oil spill and offshore drilling. This move paved the way for deeper reforms. BOEM then enforced a slew of new safety measures, addressing both immediate concerns and long-term issues. They implemented recommendations from the initial 30-day safety report, introduced rigorous certification demands, reinforced blowout preventer systems, and set higher standards for well designs and drilling operations. By June 2010, BOEM had introduced the environmental NTL, obliging operators to provide detailed blowout scenario analyses, including worst-case discharge estimations. In the months that followed, BOEM further restricted offshore drilling activities, refocusing on environmental considerations. September 2010 saw the announcement of the Drilling Safety Rule and Workplace Safety Rule, both setting stricter requirements and standards for drilling operations. Following the end of the moratorium in October 2010, drillers had to prove their compliance with these new standards before resuming operations. MMS's initial organizational structure faced criticism for trying to juggle conflicting objectives, which potentially undermined its priorities. The Deepwater Horizon tragedy highlighted the need to separate its functions. After an extensive reorganization, by October 1, 2011, 2 new bureaus emerged, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management and the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement. This structural change aimed to streamline each bureau's focus and build a culture of expertise, ensuring that such a disaster wouldn't repeat in the future. Conclusion. The Deepwater Horizon incident underscores several critical takeaways. Firstly, while the pursuit of energy is essential for modern society, it brings inherent risks that demand rigorous oversight. It's clear that preemptive measures, thorough training, and state-of-the-art equipment are non-negotiables in such high-stake operations. Secondly, when disasters do occur, a swift, transparent, and comprehensive response is essential to mitigate the impacts and rebuild public trust. Lastly, the incident highlighted a systemic issue: the potential dangers of allowing regulatory bodies to have conflicting priorities. Having an organization responsible both for promoting energy exploration and for ensuring environmental safety can lead to compromised oversight. The reorganization in the aftermath of the spill, splitting functions into distinct entities, exemplifies the need for clear, focused missions and regulatory bodies. In conclusion, while the Deepwater Horizon disaster was a tragic event with far-reaching consequences, it has also served as a catalyst for re-evaluating and strengthening industry practices and regulatory oversight. As we move forward, it's imperative that we learn from past mistakes, ensuring that environmental protection and safety are always at the forefront of our decisions. Thank you for listening to this video. Any questions or suggestions or feedback can be directly sent to the producer.